We're doing it.
We're live!
Hello! Welcome to Small Talk. I am Grimmzly. I'll be your interviewer today, and I guess I'll be your host as well. I did not know I was going to be hosting, but yeah, I thought I was just going to be shooting questions, but hey, here I am.
Hold on, you're a little loud.
Oh.
Try again.
Hello? Test to test. We'll do it live.
Hi guys. Current situation on the mics. For some reason, there will always be somewhat double audio. I'm so sorry. I couldn't
Look, I can
fix
move.
that. Yeah, Grimmzly's here with me, tracking and live. Thank you to Woody. Someone shout out Woody, my fucking love of my life. She helped me like not too long ago. So, yay! Sorry for the double audio. I don't know how to fix it, but I hope you guys are well and welcome to a special episode of Small Talk where I am being interviewed as a reward from last year's subathon that I did during the subathon. During these streams I tend to not read too much of chat, so if you guys would like to ask any questions, please do so during using the Twitch redeems. Currently YouTube does not have any, so sorry YouTube. And also hello Ron, thank you for coming by. I would like to go through the redeems at the end of the stream, if that's okay. Like greeting everyone that checked in, but questions will be asked after the hour mark, after our break. Oh, I feel like I've never done small talk before. Jesus fuck. Oh. Yeah. So Grimmzly has waited a whole year to ask me these questions, these burning questions.
I procrastinated for a whole year.
No, he's been working hard for a whole year, okay? And yeah, I have. Hold on, let me turn down some of the. If I can get any audio tips throughout the stream, please let me know. This is a really rough little setup I've done, but yeah. Did I miss anything? I don't know.
I don't know, but yeah.
Okay.
It's my fault. I've been procrastinating a little bit too long, but we're here now, and I'm going to be interviewing your lovely favorite gremlin. You're my beautiful lady, the one and only lovely tavern keep of the Crossroads Tavern, Vespy.
Did you write that down?
I did write that down.
Oh, that's so cute!
Yeah, that's the only thing I had planned. Hey!
Oh, you're so cute. Stop.
Well, I've never interviewed anyone before, so I'm pretty nervous about this, but you do it really well. And I guess we should start there. You have lots of experience as an interviewer now with Small Talk, and all the monthly check-ins you were doing. Hello. What drew you to interviews?
Oh, I want to fix your tracking right now. Don't hate me! I need to fix it. I spent so long.
Oh no, I'm
doing
frozen.
it. I spent so long trying to fix it, and it's just not working. Why?
Look at my face.
Why isn't it tracking right? It's not fair. Okay, this time
Hello. Let me see.
it's lower.
I'm still looking like a crazy madman off to the corner, but it's all good. I see you down there. I see you. Little ghosties down there.
Okay. Interviews. Honestly, I feel like I've joked a lot, but I feel like I can't really. And the only way I feel like just ask to say that I would ask my, and depending on how people respond to that is how I can. And I'm really happy at least. I don't know. I think all it small talk is opposite, where I avoid those questions. I'm just good.
You always go in pretty in depth with your questions.
Yeah!
It's kind of funny that it's called Small Talk. Yeah.
Yeah, it's my favorite thing to do is asking those kind of questions, but especially when I'm just meeting, because I feel like that's when it's the most of a character too. I often joke too that it's the only way I can unleash autism without being autistic.
Yeah. Is there a particular question you always ask a guest?
Yes, I love asking someone if your life was perfect in every way, shape, and form, how would that life look?
Okay, if your life was perfect in every shape and form, what would that look like?
Oh, that's so funny.
Are we done with that?
Oh wait, are you not gonna answer that question?
I mean, are we doing with the first question?
Wait, what was the first question? Oh, what drew you to it? Yeah, keep going if you have more. Yeah.
I don't.
Yeah, what drew you to interviewing people? And is it too much? Is that not what I asked?
I'm
a little ADHD, so.
No, I'm silly. I feel like I'm not a gamer.
Oh yeah, the other question, yeah.
Yeah, I'm not much of a gamer, and when it comes to streaming, like the opportunities to get to know someone isn't like a lot outside of gaming. So there's like just chatting, but I don't like just chatting. I like chatting with a purpose. So if the purpose is to get to know someone like genuinely, then I feel like my small talks are the way I do it. Yeah.
Well, how has like your style of like interviewing changed over time?
Oh god, I stopped asking like what is it? I stopped asking questions that I found personally interesting. Or no, I feel like that's the wrong way to say it. I found where people's interests are a lot sooner than I would beforehand. Like before, I feel like I always end up asking about anime, and I hate that. So I try to avoid it. But whenever I see it pop up, it's always like because I identify like, oh yeah, this person fucks with anime kind of thing.
Yeah, it's a common like place you guys can like share.
Yeah, but I don't jump off the boat anymore and be like, what anime do you like? Because I learned that not all VTubers like anime. So that's so fucked.
Yeah, well, it's pretty like I guess tied to VTubing in a lot of ways, right? Like the communities are pretty tied.
And then I meet some of the most normie people who are just behind the anime avatar for some reason. I don't get it.
Yeah, that's true. That's pretty cool. Well, is there any particular interviews that you've learned from, like to help change your style? Like that's had a big influence on you?
That's such a good question. To be honest, I really liked Sage's because that was the first time someone's asked me for a specific type of interview. Usually I'm asking people to show up on stream and just chatting, but Sage was like, oh, can I play a game while we chat? And in my head, I've never been opposed to it, but it really like taught me like I need to meet people where they're at to like talk to them the best.
Yeah.
So I now invite people. I'm like, hey, if you want to chat while doing other things, let me know. And so far, no one's like taking me up on that. But like Sage really, I like that. I like that interview.
Yeah. What does it mean to meet people where they're at?
Oh, fun! You have the sneaky smile right now. Meeting people where they're at. In a way, it's kind of like dissociating yourself from your own preconceived notions of how people act and behave, and it's like meeting someone like completely brand new slate. Like if this is your first human ever that you've met, what would it be like? How would that conversation be like? And
like if they're a stranger?
Yeah, if they were a complete stranger, like what are the things that shine through, I guess, the shallow parts of conversation, and like really digging into those parts. And I guess a lot of those things come from like when people get really excited about something or they get really quiet about something.
Yeah.
Like those are the things that I tend to like really like get sensitive to, and I'm like, tell me more if you feel like it.
Yeah. How do you gauge that?
Thing. How do I gauge that?
Yeah, like if someone like I guess their comfort level, or if you should poke more, because you're known to definitely poke more. It's actually part of like why you're so good at interviewing, I think.
Well, I'm really transparent with my intentions. I'm like, hey, I'm really interested in this, but if you don't want to, let me know. Especially before small talks, usually I always preface with it being like, hey, these are the things I'm more likely to like talk about. If these are things you don't want me to, let me know. But usually people are like, oh, I don't have anything, I'm an open book. And then I'm like, okay, we're gonna test that just a tiny bit. I don't want to go into your trauma, but if you can talk about your trauma in a like non-traumatic way, maybe I will. But you know, it's up to you, I guess. But I feel like I could talk about anything in a way that isn't like personal, I guess. And so because of that, I feel like I can see the boundaries, or if I've crossed a boundary, I'm very like intentional with like, hey, I'm sorry for doing that. That won't happen again. And it's up to them really if they trust me or not.
Has it happened before?
Yes.
Is it something you can say or no?
I don't know.
Okay, then let's not then.
But I can talk about it unpersonally. Like, I had crossed someone's boundary, and after that, I made sure to always ask people if there are things I shouldn't and should ask about.
I see.
And I think at the time we handled it perfectly. Like, okay. I was all fun and like games, and then after the interview, it was like, hey, that made me really uncomfortable. And I'm like, I'm so sorry. I never asked those questions again.
Yeah.
And I made
To
sure
that person or to like
to
in
any
general?
guest.
Oh, okay. I see.
Because like how they put it was that it really put them on the spot, and they were afraid that they gave the wrong impression. And in my heart, I'm like, I never want to put someone through that.
Yeah. So what's the most uncomfortable thing I could ask you right now? But yeah. What would you say is the value that you're trying to produce with your interview content?
What the fuck?
Like, what's the point of it?
I love you. I have to stop saying that.
I mean,
The
you don't
point
have
of
to.
it. So cute. I've always had this idea that if I were to do this, the only way I can do it my way is if I can. Well, no, sorry. Let me take a couple steps back. Wait, can you repeat that?
Yeah. What's the value you're trying to produce with SmolTalk?
So I feel like creators in general are put on the pedestal just because they are doing the one thing that normal people aren't, and that's just making stuff with their like soul in it. And even if that's like just casually streaming from day to day, like someone who doesn't stream could see that and be like, wow, they're so brave or something like that. But it's just a guy going live, and it's not that much of a big deal in my opinion. But at the same time, it's something that like I feel like if people understood more, anyone can go live kind of thing. And I'm really particular in trying to make sure that like the things that we all relate to are the things that like any other human could relate to. Like, oh, what are the things you desire in the future? How does your everyday what are the things that you liked, and why did you like them? Like, I feel like everyone can relate to in some way or another of like pursuing a passion.
Yeah.
Or where there's like a
Why
passion.
they do what they do.
Yeah, or maybe if someone has gone through something like that changed their personality, I think it's always likely someone out there is going to resonate with that kind of experience. But I feel like creators don't really go into those kinds of experiences because there's no avenue of creation that is about like your raw experience.
Yeah.
It's always about like how can you extrapolate from your experiences and convey it to an audience kind of thing.
Yeah.
And so for me, I want to skip that bullshit. I'm like, I don't want to see your creatives anymore. I just want to see why you're creative. Why are you like this? And I think that point is where a lot of people kind of don't see it unless it's kind of like on the wall a little. And I think I'm a really on the wall person with like, so are you like this because of XYZ?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You're trying to figure out who they are.
Yeah, and I think if that's understood by a lot more people, then maybe they'll be inspired to kind of see how other people like
Or they,
on their own.
they can help like find their own direction by having like that conversation as well.
Yeah, I feel like I have fun conversations, but I don't feel like everyone knows how to engage with conversations as openly as I do.
Do you think it always has to be like a deep conversation?
I think for me it does.
Then why is it called SmolTalk? How did you come up with the name SmolTalk?
Small.
It's just that's it.
Because I'm small and I talk. I think.
SmolTalk.
Yeah. And then I also thought about how I hate small talk, and I'm like, oh, let me redefine what that
hate
is.
it?
I hate asking about the weather.
Oh,
how the
yeah,
family's been.
SMALL talk.
Yeah.
Okay.
So SMOL talk.
Much different. Very different.
Very different, and something that I just want. I just want to talk the way I want to talk.
Yeah.
I'm small and I'm gonna talk the way I want to talk.
Awesome. Is there any advice you give for people that are interested in interviewing someone? Or like
I
starting
think
their own podcast?
that's such a hard question because everyone's gonna be interested and ask about different things. I think the reason why I'm going to be like talking is because I have this built-up, pent-up curiosity about people that I've like carefully constructed to be like, all right, I'm ready to ask them all these questions. A lot of small talks, almost all small talks actually, I don't prepare any questions beforehand.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Yeah, nothing is prepared. It's just me.
You've always been like that kind of though, with like how you like what's that called, the acting thing you did? What's that called?
Theater?
Yeah, theater, but improv. Yeah. Like you're really good at improv, right?
Yeah, I feel like that does play into it a little, but for me in particular, I feel like I kind of simmer in thoughts all the time, and when I meet people, those thoughts never stop simmering. Even if I'm stopped talking to someone, I'll still wonder like, oh, they said this one thing, I wonder why, or like if they act like this a lot, I wonder why. And sometimes I get I think that's why I get personal a lot when I first like have a deep conversation with someone, and it's like pretty soon into like meeting them. It's just me like trying to like understand who they are, but I don't think that's always welcomed in just a casual setting. So if I'm like, oh, it's a just chatting stream interview podcast,
you have all the reasons to ask the questions you want to ask.
Exactly.
All right, well, it might switch it up a little bit here, but how has theater influenced your content?
I love you. Oh,
theater changed my life. I used to be a really awkward I used to be a really awkward girl, but but I feel like I've become a lot more open with it, of being weird, because in theater, all of those things are how you can develop your acting style.
Yeah.
Like every part of your experiences and how you deliver lines can derive simply from just how you are as a person. And I found that the things I did best were like I was really good at being a funny actor, theatrical person, because I have a lot of, not shamelessness, but I'm willing to go the extra mile because
to get
I know,
like a laugh or get a reaction.
Yes. So I played exaggerative characters so well, evil characters so well.
This is how. So how does this influence your kind of
it's just that
evil, loud character?
that enjoyment.
Yeah,
that enjoyment
yeah.
of like exploring parts of myself that I wouldn't be able to explore from day to day. Like theater gave me that spectrum of like, oh, this is how angry I can sound. This is how evil I can sound, and this is how like XYZ. And on the other side, like I've been able to like really express some sadness in my heart that I wasn't able to just because I had no way to. But from learning about like tragedies and tragic heroes and reading like poetry and like trying to express poetry a certain way, I feel like knowing how you express things and how they come off to people is very important. And I did this competitively. Like just because I was really sad doesn't mean that that was how it was understood. Maybe they thought I was taking a piss out of something or something. Like I hated it the most when I was trying to like convey something serious and someone got a laugh out of it. It's like, okay, what the fuck did I do to make you laugh? And so other way around too. Like if I'm trying to be funny, what did I do to not make you laugh? Like all those things are really important because I feel like in streaming, all of those things are just as equally like nuance is so hard on the internet in just text. I think streaming behind an avatar, it makes it even more difficult because, well, I guess it's hard to say that like you can puppet a VTuber model to show your exact facial expressions. Like, right? So you have to like be able to say the right things accompanying your like VTuber model and stuff. So I feel like theater is this orchestra of presentation, and I think having theater experience before streaming really taught me like how I want to portray myself, I guess. So that's
Yeah, my mind's going a few different ways. I guess the first thing I'd ask though is like what other parts of yourself have you like explored or like I guess found out through streaming?
Through streaming?
Yeah, or through streaming.
Yeah, through streaming, I've learned that I am such a fucking talkative person. I don't know if you remember this, but like outside of friends and stuff, like especially family, I would shut the fuck up.
Yeah.
I would.
But I mean, with the people that you can talk with, you've always been pretty talkative.
I agree.
You're a yapper.
But not by default. I think I can talk to just about anyone now, and I can even express myself even better with my family because streaming just taught me how to talk to like a lot more different characters than than my real life experiences has. Like I've met so many fucking people through streaming.
You think it's made you more confident?
Yeah, it's made me like I know how to carry myself through all kinds of crowds, I feel like. And even if it's not the most confident way of portraying myself, I feel like I know I can read people a lot quicker.
Alright, well, shifting back over to expressions. You like follow like Lily Pichu, and she does like a VTubing, and she does her like, you know, real life stuff where you see her.
Yeah.
Let's see. Like, is there something you can appreciate about her content, like as like a flesh tuber? Like as if you don't see her, like is that you wouldn't otherwise be able to like appreciate?
Yes.
Like, are you glad that like you get to see her also, like in real life?
Kind of, not really. Like I've heard her say that if she knew what VTubing was, she would have never showed her face.
Oh, really?
Yeah. So I know like her sentiment around there.
Well, as a viewer though, as a fan.
As a viewer, I love following along her journey as a content creator. I love seeing how she grew up, basically all the different colors of hair she went through.
Yeah, she's really musically talented.
Yes, and the way she plays music live. She plays music live with Michael Reeves. It's so cute.
And you get to see them though too, right?
Yes, it's so fun, and it's also it's a lot harder to hide who you are, I think, with your face cam like content.
Yeah.
So I think with VTubing, she had a podcast with Doki Bird, and I actually didn't watch it.
Really?
I couldn't because I watched it. I don't know.
Wait, like Doki was like showing her face, or?
No. They were both.
Oh, I see.
Yeah, they were both VTubers.
Why couldn't you watch it?
I don't know why, but in my head, it's like maybe it's just
like worlds colliding.
Yeah, maybe so. But I feel like for my Lily Pichu enjoyment, like I really enjoy her more as a face cammer. And she brings out her VTuber models sometimes, but it's not all the time. So the times that she does,
It's hard to imagine her as a VTuber, I guess.
I wish I didn't say that because I know how she feels about it.
Oh.
Like she loves VTubing, but I like her more as her face cam. But that's not to say that her VTubing, like, she doesn't market herself much as a VTuber either. That's the thing. So it's hard for me. I don't know. It's like how I can't eat like sweets and then eat dinner or something like that. Like those have to be two different events.
Yeah. Well, I've asked you this question before. This one question. How would your content change if you were a flesh tuber?
I love this question. I forgot you asked.
Oh, wow.
So I would really like to vlog. I would actually be really happy with travel vlogs, and I feel like my view of the world is so silly and whimsy. I imagine my commentary as we're going around doing shit to be really fucking silly.
You'd have a lot of energy. You have so much passion for travel and the world.
But so does everyone and their mom.
No,
like,
not everyone.
Kind of.
I think you especially love the idea of traveling.
Maybe, but yeah, I don't know.
No.
Yeah.
But yeah, that sounds like it'd be fun.
Besides travel vlogs, I would like to cook a lot. I would like to do
like your Kong stream, your monkey.
Yes, that would be so fun. But I mean more like, you know, those shorts of like I'm cooking my boyfriend his dinner for like his 12-hour shift thing. Like I feel like
that's cute. Yeah.
I want to have my own spin on that. Okay.
She wants to make a bento so bad.
No. But the thing is, so this one shorts creator I watch, she makes like passive aggressive comments sometimes, like I'm making him a dinner even though he ate my $80 tart and it's like only like fried chicken. It's like that's so funny.
That's funny.
You can really tell a story through anything, I feel like, and I feel like I tell my stories best through I guess food and travel.
I guess my next question is why not both? Why don't you do flesh like streaming like Lily Pichu would do? For example.
So Lily Pichu has also been like heavily stalked before, and
You think being a VTuber like stops that quite a bit?
Oh yeah, no one, like, I've shown my face on accident a couple times, and I've done like, but I'm really confident no one's gonna be out there looking for me, kind of thing. She doesn't have that same worry. She has to like hide her face, and she has to like sign people's autographs whenever they see them, kind of thing. Like, not that she has to, but she respects her fans enough to do it. And I feel really like, I like not having that pressure. I still want to be able to go out and feel like I'm still little old me, because that's who we are at the end of the day. And I think even when you're like fucking moist critical or some shit, you're still a guy. But the thing is, because you're a guy with a lot of a following, you can't act like just a guy anymore. You have to.
Yeah, you can.
Well,
I see what you're saying.
The things you say carry a lot more weight. People see you more. That's why I want SmolTalk to like humanize more creators. Like, yeah. But.
Well, I think that, I guess, kind of answers my next question, which is, what would be lost if you did become a flesh tuber?
If I
guess
did?
Security a little bit.
Yeah,
but
I would really lose a lot of like security.
What about your content? Like,
I get,
do you think Vespy would be different?
I don't think I'm very. I feel like I'm even more expressive in face cam.
Yeah, which sucks, because like that's like to me that's like super lost. Like,
yeah, so that's
you're
super lost.
lovely the way you express yourself.
I would hope to have a 3D like model one day to show how much I gesture when I fucking talk, because my arms are permanently down as a VTuber. So there's that. I feel like that expressiveness. I don't know. It just challenges me to express myself a little bit more in different ways, I guess. Like, oh, if I shake my head enough, you will see I'm excited.
Alright, well.
Also, I'm really terrified of like my parents getting swatted because my PayPal is still linked to their address. So I hear stories all the time of like larger creators that get like really like dogpiled, and it's awful, the shit that they go through. Like their address,
swatted or something.
Yes, they get swatted, and then if their address is linked to like a family member and you're not aware of that, it's my mom and dad getting swatted, and they don't have any idea why. So in my head, I feel like as a VTuber, I'm protecting myself and them, and you, and our
I feel like at the same time, if eventually if you get big enough and you develop like a big enough following and you develop a lot of haters, like the people that will do those kind of things will try to do all the ways to find you, regardless as if they can see your face.
If I can make it harder, though,
I guess so.
feel like I should.
Yeah. Well, a lot of people don't know that you started streaming on your phone.
Yeah.
Playing Colorful Stage. You know, you met Ken. That was like your first. Was it your first subscriber as well?
So.
And a lot of other friends. You play like a lot of other games, like collab games, like Peak and stuff. Do you think that you'll ever start playing rhythm games again? Like,
Oh,
I guess he plays
100%.
Muse Dash every now and again.
Yeah, the most difficult thing really is that I can't keep up with the speed I used to play at anymore.
You can't flex, or
I can't flex as hard as I used to, right? Like I would show up at parties and people like, "Oh my god, you're so cool with it." And I'm
it
like,
looks really cool, whatever. Like that's on the phone.
yeah. But nowadays, I feel like if I were to try, I would look so pathetic, and I would still probably play, but I don't know if I'd stream it, especially because lately my audio issues are so bullshit.
Well, another big content that you love to do is draw, and you've drawn since you were a kid. How did drawing come to impact you?
Interesting. So I picked up drawing because of my family. Like my earliest memories of art.
It's your dad, right?
Well, I remember it kind
Or
of
that
my
was just like
dad.
a fond memory.
If I were to say it was someone, it was definitely my older sister.
Okay.
She had like these art projects that she would bring home from school. She fucking drew this. Mom wouldn't let us buy anime posters, right? So my sister, what she did, she drew the poster she wanted,
really?
and then she would go laminate it at school and bring it home. And that shit, like, it looks so good. And as a kid, it blew my mind that she could
That's
do.
badass.
Yeah, right? so I was really impressed with that, and so I started kind of drawing on my own. I remember in art class I was really obsessed with drawing beta fish.
Yeah, what were like the first things you started drawing?
People and animals. I learned I couldn't draw animals, so I was drawing people.
Real people, not anime people?
No. Oh, okay. I think it moved on to anime people.
But it started off.
Yeah, like I had these like really shitty doodles of me and my cousins, and they all look the same. So I had to like point at them and be like, this is cousin one.
They all look the same to me anyways.
But yeah, I just drew a lot of people, and I was always drawing eyes, and I was drawing, I guess you could say hands too. I was always drawing like human related things, and it wasn't until
That's cool.
Yeah, it wasn't.
Did you draw nature stuff at all? Or...
No, I could not. I tried to draw a tree, and it was.
You tried.
Yeah, I tried, but I felt like
you are the tree lady.
Yeah,
It didn't look good.
It did not look
What was like
good.
the first thing that started like looking good that you were?
Eyes. I was drawing eyes so fucking much that I was starting to get it to look really realistic, and then they would actually stop people like, the fuck? And now draw the other one, and I'd be like, ugh.
Well, like, 'cause they wouldn't match or something, or?
Yeah, so it's a common thing in the art community where if you draw one eye, the other one will look like shit. The other one, no matter what you do, will not look symmetrical, and it will look like shit.
Yeah.
So I never drew the other eye. I would always draw one eye, and slowly I would try to like add a nose, and you're like, oh, that looks like a nose, and I would try drawing like hair, and it would still be missing that one eye.
Just draw hair over the one eye. That's hilarious. Well, why do you draw today?
Because I'm poor. Art costs so much.
Well,
Art.
I mean, like, wait. I mean, like, why do you draw? Like, you draw on stream.
Oh yeah. Mainly because I'm poor, but I like. Okay.
Like, what does drawing do for you?
Oh, so I feel like it portrays how I see reality a little bit. I think I feel like the way art is best described as is basically transposing your sense of reality onto a canvas. And then however people see that as however people see that, but the people that see that and be like, whoa, they saw exactly what you saw, kind of thing. And for me, I love that kind of like instant connection of like, hey, I like the way you did that hair, and I'm like, me too.
You're really good at hair.
Yeah, I feel like I focus on hair and eyes a lot, but yeah, I just really enjoy, I guess, expressing myself in every avenue, and art's just one of those avenues. I feel like I can express myself in a way of like drawing my reality.
Yeah. Like, what's your favorite part of like drawing on stream?
I like seeing people come in and be like, "Whoa, you're already this far."
Whoa, you like the flex.
I can't help it.
I mean, like, is it cathartic? I know, like, singing's pretty cathartic for you.
Yeah, I guess so. Honestly, my art streams are the ones that probably get the most chatters coming in, because even though I'm drawing, I'm able to at the same time of drawing, like, converse with my chatters, or not. I guess sometimes I don't. But sometimes people, like my fellow artists, will come in and they'll give their like 2 cents on how to go about something when I ask.
That's cool.
It's so
Yeah, like whenever you're
nice.
drinking the other day, and then they were giving you advice about, like, was it the reflections?
The fucking beer suds.
No,
the beer...
oh, that was that too, but oh yeah, what they call it, like, cum shot lightning bolt or something. Okay,
drunk.
No, like, there was like a reflection thing in particular.
Yes, the Fresnel effect. Leiru came in and told me about the Fresnel effect. And I'm like, whoa, that was something I had never known about. And Leiru in particular does this a lot. Thank you, Leiru. God. Silly string! That was Bergie calling it that. But anyway, yeah, I love drawing. I just kind of like meeting other artists, because I feel like when I'm drawing on stream, it's like a little Batman signal to like other artists to show up and be like, hey, fellow artists.
Yeah, that's cool.
Yeah, and then I'll be like, hey, what are you up to? What have you been drawing? And then, especially when art raids happen, there's this art raid community thing where if you're an artist raiding into another artist, there's the thing called an art tax, where you show what you've been drawing on stream. And I fucking love that. I love seeing what people are up to, what they draw. I always like show what the art tax is, and like, and I kind of give my thoughts on it, because I feel like I don't know, I like to, and I feel like there's an obligation to as well. But overall, I just enjoy seeing how other people see reality too. Like, I'm not saying the way I see reality is number one,
Yeah.
but yeah, and I'm still always trying to correct it too, because there's so many imperfections with how I portray my visualization. That
Yeah. When you say like perceive reality, like you're not really trying to draw something realistic or like to like look like real life, right? Like what do you mean by like portray like their reality?
it's what I think. So for me, I like things looking pretty. So my way of trying to portray hair when it's being blown in the wind is always gonna look pretty, and I'm always gonna be like, oh, this would look prettier this way, or if I use this color, it'll look brighter, kind of thing. My reality isn't like that, but it's kind of like how I would like things to be seen as. It's unfortunate it's so fucking anime-like, but it used to be a lot more realistic. I guess.
That's good.
You're cute. Okay. Yeah, but yeah.
My reality is swords always covered in
I
fire.
love that. Remember when we went to the art museum and then we had to like draw on the mask?
Oh yeah.
Yeah. I was pretty. Yours looked so fucking cool.
Like
I
kinda
would
crazy.
have never drawn that. And
Yeah,
to
I
me,
see.
It amazes me what different types of art exist out
Expression,
there.
yeah.
Exactly.
It's like a reflection of like your inner mind a little bit.
Yes. And
That's cool. Well, you also love to sing on stream. Have you sang since you were a child?
Kind of. I remember singing Country Roads a lot to my brother's wife.
Country road.
Yeah, or Price Tag. Or I did the my stupid singing idol thing in middle school. I loved singing.
It's not stupid.
Okay, it's not stupid. I'm sorry, but I feel like I've always been singing.
What song did you sing at the idol thing, at the talent show thing?
It was an anime song.
It was an anime song. Was it Japanese? Was it in Japanese?
No, thankfully I chose to sing the English lyrics that I found on YouTube, but
That would be really funny.
I was.
There would be like 3 weeb chicks crying on the bleachers.
This was at the time when no one cared about anime, but I always tried to sing, but I feel like I was always, I don't know.
What song was it again? Oh, do you not want to say?
No,
it?
let me remember.
Oh, you can't remember.
It's from Angel Beats, and it's the song from. There's no curtain call. I know who. I pulled the trans lyrics from Amelie.
Pochi.
You're so cute. Let me try to remember it. Oh, it's gonna bother me. Let me Google it. Cause I know exactly how to find it. Fuck off. Angel Beats. Oh, it's the picture. What? The picture doesn't tell me the fucking name.
You make really entertaining noises.
I contribute that all to VTubing. Shut the fuck up.
Hey guys.
Hey guys. I'm looking it up.
Yep.
I'm looking it up. My song. It's literally just called My Song.
My
Fuck
song.
my life. Yeah.
This is my song. I'm here to sing my song. Oh man. Do you think like that had like a positive or negative impact on how you viewed singing after you did the talent show?
No, because I learned I was a small fish in a big pool. There was someone that I was competing with that had auditioned to American Idol.
Oh shit!
Cooler, right?
God damn!
I know, right?
That sucks. Fuck.
Exactly. And then we were all trying to practice singing together. You could always tell where she was. You could tell she was the one singing somewhere. And
She
so
was the one.
yeah,
She was the chosen one.
right. It fucking sucked. And so I think after that, I started singing a lot more by myself.
Yeah. So do you think that's like a negative impact it had?
I don't remember.
Did you want to be like a singer or something? Or like, I mean, like, most young kids have those kind of ambitions.
I think so. I think I wanted more so to just feel like I had a good singing voice.
Yeah.
But I think
You
after
do.
that, you're so cute. I
true, though.
think I
Lovely.
really trained
You've
on
really
it now.
improved, yeah.
But I think back then, holy shit! Thank you, Woody, for the raid. Thank you, Woody, for helping me get my model and Grimmzly's model on here. And thank you for giving me this model. it Grimmzly just asked me a question on like if my childhood singing experiences were negative or not. Because there was this, what was it? Yes, you hear me twice. I'm sorry, I couldn't figure out how to get my mic my mic to be just singular. So, you know what? I'll just mute Grimmzly. So, yeah, I've been trying to mute back and forth. It's so awful. I'm so sorry. Yeah, there was this middle school talent show, you could say, for singing just specifically, and I signed up thinking, I'm not gonna be the worst one, you know, maybe I'll even be one of the best. And then I found out one of the contestants was a auditioner to one of the like hugely produced like American Idol shows. Like she was phenomenal. I still think to this day, like I still think to this day she's probably one of the most like powerful singers I've ever heard. Like she sang Hallelujah, and I don't think I've ever stopped like just listening to that song and seeing her in my head. Like, God. Anyway, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
Am
yeah.
I unmuted? Hello.
Yes, you're unmuted.
Hello, Woody. So, when do you feel like you need to sing the most?
When I'm stressed.
Yeah, it's like helps regulate your emotions.
Yeah, I feel like it's really hard for me to release pent-up emotions because there's just some things that I feel like I shouldn't say. Things that I should process more, and things that I feel like if I were to say, it wouldn't make sense. So I feel like singing songs in any capacity helps kind of like express that in me a little. Maybe I'll sing a sad song and like and channel some of my sadness into it, and it makes the performance, I think, sound even better sometimes worse because I get caught up with my emotions. But yeah, I feel like it's really nice to have those kinds of releases.
Do you sing off stream?
Yes, I do. I sing you and our little boy to sleep sometimes. Not our tiny in a while, but I feel like I sing you to sleep a lot, and I feel like that has single-handedly kept me in the game. Yeah. Because before streaming, that was my only like singing experience, and I was always trying to like sing in a way that would lull you to sleep.
It works. Oh my god, I'm getting tired now.
You're so cute, and I feel like I don't know. I was able to like train my voice a lot in trying to sing in a low volume, but also maintain like my vocal qualities.
Yeah, still sounds super pretty.
Yeah, it's hard to do that.
Yeah. Does singing to people change, I guess, the feeling of singing?
Yes. I feel like I'm definitely more performative, but I also feel like I have... It's really embarrassing sometimes, but I feel like I shouldn't sing. Because sometimes I feel like I'm not really the best. I'm not at my best.
Yeah.
And so I feel like it gets in my own head, but I kind of stream and sing because I want to get in my own head and like train myself to not get in my own
fight
head.
Those demons. Yeah.
Yeah, so I think that's like sometimes I'll do that on purpose. Sometimes I lose. Sometimes I don't. I'm able to share my singing with my parents sometimes. It's still really hard.
Do you sing to them or you show them you're singing?
I will try to sing and not like I'll pretend that they don't care.
Oh yeah, like oh okay, I'm just singing because I'm
I'm
me.
singing because I'm singing.
Yeah. And you are you hoping that they're listening sometimes? Like,
I would want them to think that wow, my daughter has a pretty voice.
Yes.
But I don't think I'll ever hear that.
I don't know if they'll ever compliment you over anything, but
I can hope. I can like roleplay in my own head, like oh wow.
Well, you love karaoke streams. What do you love about watching other people's karaoke streams so much?
Oh my god, I love watching other people sing. Mainly because I love seeing people's like confidence show. When you're singing, you're probably thinking like you're somewhat good enough to like present yourself. Because the ones that don't will just not sing.
Yeah.
But eventually you'll start not to care enough. And then once you get
you
to
either
that
think
point,
you're good enough or like you're just very, very brave.
there are things that people are good at and I love seeing people kind of thrive in that, and especially like people have their like karaoke songs that they know they can sing well, kind of thing. And I love listening to someone that I've been listening to a while, and their song comes up, and they just lock the fuck in.
Oh, that's cool. Yeah.
It's so good.
You do that all the time.
What?
You like a song will come in, you're like, all right, it's time. Like you fucking start belting out shit.
It's hard not to. Like for Mint, I love hearing her. Like even though it's not like a karaoke song that she can sing at, her singing Limp Bizkit is.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah.
It's a fucking vibe.
It's visceral.
Yeah, like she's not hitting every note, but she puts that energy in
Yeah.
that song.
She does.
And people putting energy into songs is so fucking good, so contagious, so delicious.
I guess it kind of somewhat answers this, but like I guess like kind of like how you said with drawing it there's a different part of someone's like that is being expressed. So like, does it show some part of them that you don't normally see?
Oh yeah. There's sometimes people will say it's like, what do they say? A picture's worth 1,000 words. And I apply that to
A note.
I apply that to basically all art,
Okay.
especially fighting.
Oh yeah.
I feel like anything where you're not talking but you're doing something instead, as thinking, or like maybe your thinking is coming out in an activity. I feel like that's just so. It's like a different language to understand, and I'm
Yeah.
like really trying hard to become good at understanding what people are trying to portray when they're doing art in any way. I love watching you fight. I love watching you play Smash. I love seeing the things that you're looking for, like in people's weaknesses and where to attack them. Like, to be able to do that quickly, efficiently, and in your own style is beautiful. And seeing that in fighting games, and now seeing you translate that into like actual physical fighting, it's transcendental.
You find that, and it seems like you look for that, like that expression in all kinds of different ways from people. I don't really look at that the same. So like, yeah, that's interesting.
You're so cute. For me, that's just how I'm able to humanize people. Like, if I can see the things that they're prioritizing in their art, that just tells me like the things that they're prioritizing in their life a little bit, in their personality, in their decisions. And the sooner I can understand that, I think the easier it is for me to like discover like what is it can I do to like get along with them if I have to. If I don't, then it's probably because of XYZ. Like, yeah.
So, all right. Getting to the Crossroads Tavern. What's the idea? What does the Crossroads mean to you?
Okay. Well,
Speaking of expressing yourself.
yeah, lore crafting is such a hard way to develop yourself, but I feel like in a lot of my life, my people that I've like grown attached to have always in one way or another had to like leave my life. And sure, they'll come back, but they're gone, kind of thing. And to me, it's imagining it as like a crossroads of fate. Like, your paths crossed once, and sure, they'll come back again, but like the fact that they did once is a very like meaningful thing. I feel like I've changed from every person I've met. And I think about my earliest friendships the most, even though I'm like actively creating new ones, maintaining new ones, and maintaining old ones is just as like valuable as creating new ones. Like, I want to pay a lot of respect to the idea that it was all a chance. Like, the fact that you and I like got together was just because I dated your nephew's friend.
Oh yeah. I was like, which one? I was like, oh yeah, never mind. Okay, yeah.
Like, if I
That's how you met him, or went to that the gaming group.
Because other than that, we went to different like schools, and I had no other way to like meet your nephew. But if I didn't know your nephew, I wouldn't have never ever met you.
Nah, I would have found her.
You're so cute. Yeah, but there's also, what is it? I'd like to also be like someone people can return to.
Yeah, is that why you had the tavern?
Yeah, like a place to hang out and a place for people to like maybe not stay but visit and then move on with their journeys. Like I don't ask anyone to stick around, just that they enjoy their time. And so,
you hope that they maybe mingle while they're there.
yes, maybe
You like seeing your friends become friends with each other.
I do, and I hope for it every time. And then whenever it doesn't work out, I'm like, fuck, I read the people wrong, or you know.
Yeah.
What?
What? Yeah. Does any of that come from? I seen you were like looking up, searching that Crossroads demon. It was like, how's? Yeah. What have you found out about that?
So, just recently, I was trying to figure out like how the Crossroads is interpreted in general by folklore, folk tales, and people.
Is this Japanese folklore or?
It's all kinds.
Okay.
So
Cool.
there's European, there's African, there's Brazilian. Like there's a lot of different interpretations of what the Crossroads means. The Greeks associated it with
It's pretty universal, huh?
yeah. So this is a universal topic that a lot of cultures have adopted into understanding that like people meet by fate, and then so, like literally it's. I think one of my favorite symbolisms I read was someone describing the Crossroads as a transitional phase.
I love
Like,
that.
Yeah. So like the Crossroads is where people go to change, and that is where I would hope the Crossroads to be. But it's hard to say that without like, I don't know. I don't want to imagine that people always change their lives by coming by stream or coming
You would like
into-
to imagine that, wouldn't you? Like, like obviously you can't have like maybe that huge of an impact that changed someone's entire life, but to have an impact on people
I would like to, yes.
in a
but
positive way.
I can't always. I feel like managing my expectations here is so important.
Oh, I see.
Yeah, if I were to be like, yeah, I can, and
Well, you can. You don't have to say like that.
Yes, I don't know. It's hard, but I just
Or hope
want,
to.
Yeah, I hope to. I think that's it. I just hope to. Like by calling it the Crossroads, and by anyone that visits and stays or stays and leaves. Like I want people to be able to see this as like, oh yeah, I changed for the better, or I learned. I don't know, like something like that.
Or got a friend, or
I got
you
a
know,
friend.
some experiences.
Yeah, right? Like they got a positive experience from it.
Some mead and some meat.
Yes, maybe.
What about the cute little floaty mascots? Are those the travelers?
Yes, they are. So this is my weeb-ass coming out into play, but they're called Bozu dolls, and the Japanese use these dolls in hopes to like you make them and you hang them outside your window, and it's to basically hope for sunnier days. If you hang them upside down, it's hoping for rainy days.
Oh, that's why you have the rainy and sunny check-ins.
Exactly!
Wow, that's awesome. That's awesome.
But for me, it's because both have like a place in people's lives. I enjoy both at the same time. My favorite weather has always been the sun shower, where it's raining and it's sunny, and it's like it's so fucking magical to me. But I wanted to incorporate that into my lore a little bit. That like times are like people are their own charms, I guess you could say. Like people are their best like assets and tools, and I would hope for making them like a charm capable of doing both. Like they can. It's a work in progress.
Yeah.
But the idea is that, you know,
Maybe everyone can leave with one.
that would be cute. Also, it's a nice merchandise idea.
Oh yeah, true. They're cute. They're really cute.
You think so?
Yeah.
I'm so glad. The idea was to make it simple and memorable. I also wanted it to be associated with me. They have like bows on this. My current model doesn't have the bow to the side, but my next model, I'm gonna have that be a major part of my silhouette and branding. So I wanted the travelers that represent the people who like have become my community to be like, you know, representative of that.
Yeah. So, like you're saying, like picking each accessory or piece of clothes can be important due to lore. Which parts of your model would you say tell the most about Vespy?
You're so cute! So my current one was because I'm a fucking prude and I didn't want my boobies to be showing, so I just put on a poncho over something that was mildly fashionable, like a, I don't know what you call it anymore, a tunic. But my next one has a lot more meaning.
I appreciate that, by the way.
Yeah, I couldn't help it. Anyway, but my next one is just
What is that called? Modest?
yeah.
Yeah, you're very modest in real life as well.
Yeah.
Very modest I think it's a lovely quality of you. Yeah.
I'm happy with it, but I don't even have the confidence to wear a bikini, even though I feel like I should and I could. But I also feel like I wouldn't ever. It has to always be a bikini. I just don't feel like I ever would have a reason. I don't know. I would rather go out in a t-shirt and pants sometimes, like if we're gonna go swimming, because it just feels that much more comfortable. Because I unapologetically do not shave my armpits or my legs kind of thing, and if I were to wear like revealing clothes, I feel like I'd be subjecting myself to like societal standards that I don't necessarily subscribe to, but I understand a lot of people feel like impassioned by, I guess. I don't know.
Okay.
I was blessed with a lot of friends that didn't care, but as I grew up, I noticed a lot more people would be like they would actually kind of like grimace at seeing my armpit hair. And in my head, I try not to let that get to me, but I understand now that like I'm just a lot more comfortable if I didn't have that.
A lot of people are not used to that.
Yeah.
Yeah, like is there any other like accessories or stuff that sticks out?
Yes, you're so cute. Okay, so my bow, I feel like it's hard to explain because I wanted to respect the elements of character design, but I also wanted to be what I found to be cute and fashionable. And then I also wanted to, so I wish I could show a picture here of my 4.0, but like I have elements that represent my culture and also things that I feel like represent my personality. So like on my 4.0, I have like this little fanny pack that in lore is like this infinity bag where you can pull out.
Oh shoot, that's badass.
Yeah, it's just, you know how I have like my sling bag and how I always have my first aid kit.
I always thought of like your aesthetic as like a kind of like an adventurer.
Yeah, that too, but I wanted someone to be able to see that I was like, I don't know, a tavern keep. It's hard to
mix them.
Yeah, it's hard to show that. I don't think you can understand I'm a tavern keep by looking at me, unfortunately, so it's just gonna be a word of mouth type of thing. But just looking at me, I want people to see that I am resourceful. I'm adventurous, and I think my colors can show that I'm like a bright and positive person.
Yeah, very lovely. Very
It's
green.
embarrassing to say that, but
It's true though.
yeah. Oh, and it's green. My hair is green because I fucking love green, and I think I'm a nature lover. So I chose a lot of natural tones.
Are there any other styles you'd like to try? Like that you thought about trying?
Okay, so while I was looking at the research for the crossroads, the Greeks have associated the crossroads with I think Hermes, and I don't know if you know who Hecate. I don't know how you say Hecate. She is
no idea.
She's the defender, or not defender, but she guards hell basically.
Oh,
with
shit.
Hades, and I thought for a while like, oh my god, I would love like a kind of like death god transition. Because my normal aesthetic is bright and happy. I thought it'd be kind of cool to have as well, like a darker side. Because I don't think I'm always bright and happy. I think I tend to also be like my Despera costume.
Despera.
It would be my Despera costume. Hello, Lucian. Hello, YouTube.
Is there any like shout out you want to give like any of your streamer buddies that have great fashion?
Don't. You already know. You already know one person.
I can't think of it right now, but
I hate it. But Kai is so fucking
oh
cool.
yeah, definitely.
He showed up to Japan in this trench coat, and
Oh,
I'm
I
like,
meant-
motherfucker.
Yeah, he definitely has an amazing wardrobe. But I meant like more of like their model.
Oh. Okay. No, that's true. That's true. Let's see.
Damn, rip.
I feel like when it comes to VTuber fashion, it always falls under tropes. Like no
Tropes.
one's really out there being like, I am going to portray my fashion.
I mean,
I think Rena tries,
I see.
but her fashion isn't my aesthetic, unfortunately. I think it's really cool,
Yeah.
and there's a lot of details there, but I just can't.
I mean,
I don't have the
even Kai's is like kind of like similar to himself. He's I don't know if I
Yes and no, he's an assassin, so he just
Dude, he
has
looks like an assassin.
this skin-tight black shirt. That's all, okay? Like,
Alright,
there's
alright.
no fashion about it. But if he wanted to, I bet he could pull out this really sick, like, city boy outfit for his VTuber. Like, I
Yeah.
just can't. I can't.
What do you like about Oh, I wanted to transition to this somehow, but I'm just gonna go ahead and ask it. But like, what's so great about Freyrin?
I hate this question! Especially because I have so many Freyrin haters.
Uh-oh.
Okay.
I see. I just want to give you the chance to gush about it a little bit, to be honest.
You're like the best interviewer. You should just interview me all day. But okay. I think Freyrin speaks a lot to my yearning for companionship in a way that I don't think any other media has. Like, Freyrin, who is so detached, but at the same time very, like, respectful of her connections, is, like, something I feel like... I don't know. I feel like I've always been respectful of my connections, but seeing her, like, work her way to, like, love her friends in a way that's understood to them is something that I feel like I could relate to. And...
she's literally living that, like, crossroads life.
yeah! And she's... man, it's really painful to have to say goodbye, but the way she does it is always like nonchalant kind of thing.
Yeah.
And it's always because it moves on to the next friendship, next group, next like journey. And I think Freyrin is kind of like oh my god, I love the
what is
sorry, I just started remembering like the main reason why I kept up with it for so long is because I'm so invested in seeing her reach heaven, because I want to know what can she possibly say
to Himmel?
To Himmel!
Yeah.
Because like,
what has she even like really learned about like?
Exactly. Like how is she's someone that doesn't even understand what love is, and to a lot of the community that like engages with Freyrin, it's obvious that like she loves him, right? But in my head, it's like, is it obvious? Like, how do you not? I think it's always painted very romantically, but for her to understand that would take so fucking much. And I think it would be so impressive to pull that off. I don't know how, but it'd be very impressive.
Yeah.
And so, that aside, I also just love the characters.
Yeah, and the whole story's kind of her finding the meaning behind, like, I guess the love of him, and but like the meaning behind what it means to travel with companions and like and make those experiences together, and then you know like it doesn't last forever.
And especially for her, because she's a fucking elf. Like to her, she's always said human lives are like a blink of the eye, and then here she is bawling at some human's funeral. Like, I think for a lot of people, I think this is actually so fucking meaningful to the general human population. Because even though we don't have long lives, I think we tend to treat like our friendships and relationships very much like Freyrin, like just something that happened, and something that happened in a blink of an eye, and something that could always go back to. Like, she didn't realize 50 years passed and that like Himmel was on the brink of dying. Like to her, she was just living her life.
Yeah.
And I think a lot of people find themselves in that situation, and
yeah,
it hurts. It really hurts. And I really hope to see, like, even though it hurts, it won't stop people from still trying to seek out those like friendships and relationships, because even though like they might not get it one day, just like Freyrin, they'll maybe get it in the future, kind of thing.
Yeah.
Oh, if they don't get it today, they'll maybe get it one day. Yeah.
Well said. That was lovely.
Yeah.
Well, when did you become an anime fan?
Whoa. Dragon Ball. Oh man.
Oh yeah, your dad.
Yeah, my dad, my family, definitely my family.
Yeah.
Like I remember my sister waking up one morning, and then it'd be like so early. We never wake up early, and I'm like, "Why? What are you doing?" She was watching Tokyo Mew Mew on 4Kids, and it was this really cute like magical girl show.
Oh, I was gonna say it's like Sailor Moon kind of.
Kind of. I watched.
Did you watch them? Okay.
Yeah. Like compared to the cartoons, this was different. Like I understood that. Like there was so much more going on. There was more like energy into it. Like not like American cartoons are very expressive and shit, but like anime was always fun. Like there was always like a priority on this had to look fun. I feel like every animation was like a transformation. Every joke had someone like, you know, like they.
Oh yeah, the expression's insane.
Exactly. And to me, I grew up on that. I even like deeply fucking inherited some of those expressions, and that's why people can clock me instantly as a weeb.
Yeah.
It's stupid, but you know.
Yeah, would you say anime shaped your personality to a large extent?
Yeah, I'm like leading. I'm just hosting this for you. I'm like the most natural interviewee. Yeah, I feel like whenever I watched anime, I always picked out traits that I liked in a character, and I just fucking it was me. I remember especially deeply personalizing someone's selflessness, and then realizing throughout the show like it was heavily criticized because the character was always selfless to like a fault, but he would always like end up like stressing out the people who loved them a lot. And so even though I had like became someone that was like modeling selflessness to a fault after them, I don't know. Yeah, I feel like those were very admirable traits. I always found admirable traits in anime characters.
Yeah. Much more than. Oh, I guess the expression helps a lot too.
It does, and I feel like anime is more. I fucked with their symbolicness about like things. They never really quite. Sometimes they did, but like most of the time, things weren't always shown to you up front. Like if someone was sad and hurt, like the music would be sad and stuff.
Yeah.
But like it wouldn't. There would be no words sometimes, and so you would just have to kind of like assume or understand or even like project what they were thinking in that moment. And I like that. I like that more in the anime medium. Also, we're at an hour.
Yeah.
Would you like to take a break?
No, I'm okay.
I'm okay.
Yeah, you okay?
Yeah, I feel like I don't know how many more questions you have.
Probably not too many more, but
Okay.
Speaking of finding your personality with anime, do you find other people in the VTubing space that like, or are there just other people online that have also, I guess, you relate to that also have built their personality in that way?
Yeah.
Like, yeah.
Yes. All the time. I feel like especially in VTubers, you'll hear them say like things that you could only say in anime. I feel like the vocal thing they do, like or
Oh yeah.
Like,
Do you think it's an anime thing, or do you think it's like a Japanese thing?
So I know that sounds very Japanese to me, but I can't tell if that's something like done.
It's probably like almost like you almost pick it up. Like there's a lot of like Japanese habits are gonna be picked up from anime fans.
Maybe but I always clocked that as like, oh, that's an anime.
Yeah, that makes sense.
I think I hear a lot of people kind of do the anime jokes sometimes, and I think that's funny. And it just wouldn't make sense to a normal person. So like, if I were to be like, oh, the moon's beautiful tonight, like,
oh yeah.
I only an anime fan would make that joke, and I know a lot of friends that make that joke. So it's,
I see.
Yeah, I feel like joke and humor is how I can tell a lot, like if they're an anime fan or not.
Now, do you think it's like that makes it easier for people to socialize with like a VTuber, like that's like an anime avatar?
Yeah. Especially because if they're already a weeb and they act like a weeb, having an anime avatar just makes it a little bit more natural.
Yeah.
Like, half the shit I say, I don't know if I could say to a coworker, you know?
Alright, well, let's see. Speaking of the VTubing community, like anime and VTubing are closely related. Let's see, I think we've answered quite a bit of these ones already. How do you think the VTubing community separates itself from an anime community?
Oh. So, I guess like the most obvious one is like VTubers are mainly content creators, and then anime fans are like consumers of a media. But I feel like, to me it's kind of obvious how to differentiate. But how they do it on their own?
I guess, how do they differentiate from each other? Like being in, like if you're in part of an anime like community, like I don't know. As an outsider, it's kind of confusing for me.
Really? Well, I guess if I had an anime profile picture and then a picture of my VTuber, it's kind of be like, oh, I can't tell which character is that from. I can see that being a conversation. I think it's more. Yeah, like if I were to go on Twitter and like pick a profile picture that looks like an anime, like if it's an anime I recognize, that's an anime fan. But if it's like someone that looks like it's a custom-made avatar from from like a game, then I'd be more like, I wonder if that's a VTuber.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Mm.
Because I guess too, like it's pretty common for both people to have like Japanese sounding names in both games or in forums or something like that. But I don't know, I feel like anime fans don't see themselves as anything worth mentioning, but VTubers always have to kind of like point out like, oh yeah, I'm a VTuber.
I see. What do you get out of being parts of other communities, like other streaming communities?
Yeah. Oh my god. Okay. I think this is such a unique thing to streaming, but it's mainly having a different understanding of what's entertaining, I guess. Because once you understand the spectrum of entertainment, I think it's easier to put yourself onto like why people enjoy you. And so I feel like for me, it's really important for me to understand like what are the different kinds of ways people can enjoy this kind of person, that kind of content, or this game, right?
You're always analyzing.
A little. I think it's fun.
Yeah.
I've been through so many Expedition 33 streams, and I've come to so many different kinds of conclusions about why people like watching this game played by. I love watching people play because I feel like I want to see them react to like different.
Yeah,
parts
you
of the
love
story.
watching people react to different things. Like
Yes,
you always
yes.
invite people to watch like Freyrin with you, or like different animes with you. You want to see their reaction.
I do. I think for me, it's for Freyrin especially. It's something that I think is representative.
You're gonna
of my
judge them a
ideals.
lot depending on the reaction.
I hate Ken, but it doesn't mean that I judge them. Like I don't like crucify someone for like not liking it. It's just like, oh, it's a different perspective of something I like, and I think that's the most. How do I say it? It's the best way to challenge myself. Like Ken really made me think about Freyrin as a character, and I'm like, she is kind of unlikable now that he brought it up. But to me, I only saw her as someone likable, and it's not something I could comprehend if I didn't introduce it to someone who didn't like it.
Mm-hmm.
And I think that kind of experience is so much more meaningful than just going into a crowd of people who are like, oh my god, me too, I like that too, I like that too. Like,
Yeah.
it's fun, but it's not something I could.
You definitely get defensive.
I'm immature. I admit, but
You got way better though.
yeah, I soak up the information though. Okay, it just takes a bit of time.
What do you think you get out of having your own community?
Oh, it's so fun! I get to have like a personal audience to my shenanigans. Like I feel like people who stick around are kind of willing to deal with my antics, like that gorilla stream. I feel like
Yeah.
having a community that I can do that for and to was so fun. And I feel like I love performing.
Yeah.
And performing is just something that I naturally do, even when I talk. Like, even when I talk, people are like, whoa, it's so fun to watch you do your hands. And like, okay, let me just... I'll do it even more, or something like that. But, yeah, I just feel like I really like analyzing what is enjoyed, and then how can I have my own spin on that?
Yeah.
So like when there's a trend on VTubers, like I always think like, oh, how can I make that my own kind of like, how can I make this Vespy core? And I love showing that to my community, and people will be like, oh, that's so Vespy of you. And I'm like, I knew it.
Oh, you're so adorable. If only they could see that expression you just did, the fucking double finger point. That was amazing.
Yeah, it's true. They didn't see that.
How has it been working with other creators professionally? Whether that be streamers, artists, video, and music editors.
You're setting me up to be fucking cancelled. I hate artists. Okay, I like artists. I love artists. I'm an artist myself. But business-wise, I fucking am struggling so much in like creating a professional like relationship with people I'm doing business with. But content-wise has been actually so fucking nice, so fun, and it's expressing like, oh, this is our goal and this kind of like content thing, and then seeing how other people like rise up for that, and it's been really fun. I think. Wait, could you repeat your question?
Yeah, how's it been working with others professionally? Like other creators professionally?
Streamers, phenomenal, but others has been so hard. I don't know why, but when money gets involved, it's just a lot more personal when things aren't like communicated. It's just communication. I fucking hate communicating when there's money on the line. Like, I'm a very professional person. I want things to be like, I want clear expectations, and I want to know when something's like going to be delayed or when something just isn't gonna work out. If there's no it's like if it's just like a collab or something, or a project that we're trying to do together, like it doesn't bother me at all that someone left me on red or we just don't talk about something for a while. But like if there's money online,
And
I feel like
if you've already paid them as well.
yeah, I feel like my time is getting wasted. You wasted my money, and you're pushing my yeah. So content and meeting other content creators and then working with them professionally, I feel like I'm always treated with respect. But for some reason, it's hard to get that with business.
That makes sense. You know, for all the trouble that agencies get into, there's a big benefit to them having like reliable connections, like to professional artists and stuff.
Yes.
Yes. Have you? Yeah. Yeah. How would you like being a part of like an agency?
Like, what would I like about it?
How would you like? Yeah, I guess so. Like, not our. Yeah, I guess so. Would you like to be a part of an agency?
It would have to be very, very particular. Like, you know, I've been auditioned to all kinds of agencies.
Yeah.
I haven't ever
You
made
haven't
it.
auditioned very much lately, but
Yeah. Well, the reason for that is because I feel like it's very telling that some agencies start up, they're gonna die. I think if there's an agency that lasted long enough, I might change my mind and be like, that's interesting. I wonder if they're like looking for someone like me. I don't feel like any agency is looking for someone like me because I have a full-time job and my content of choice is very, very saturated.
I see.
Like, I feel like if you were to go for an agency, it's because you have a killer talent. Like, you are an incredible singer, you can make music, you can make games, you can edit really funny,
or you're super funny person.
or you're just super funny, right? And I'm just all of them, and it's hard to find. But I feel like it's hard to market myself to an agency because I have so many different interests. I don't have anything I can say like, oh, that's my one thing I'm good at. I can only say like, oh yeah, I draw, game, singing, do a bunch of like, it's a long list.
Yeah.
And I just stopped auditioning because I can't just put everything I'm into onto an application anymore. Like, I'm working on trying to by making SmolTalk try to be my one thing, and then I realized like, oh my god, what agency is gonna like want a VTuber that just talks or just does podcasts or is a really good interviewer? Like, in my head, I would have to forge my own path here. So that's why I'm more settled into like doing my lore, try to go for like the virtual theater thing. Like, I think if I succeed in that, it'd be a lot easier to be like, okay, I'm gonna go audition to an agency now. Because without that, it's like just being an armchair person, like an idea guy. And so yeah.
What drives you to continue making your content? Like, and like, because I mean, I guess you could quit, but you haven't quit.
Yeah, I think it's mainly because I feel like this has been. Streaming and content creating is like the culmination of all my creative pursuits into one. And it's so fascinating how much of myself can I put into my brand. My brand. And I think being able to do it in an artful way is just my goal. Like, how much can you perceive me and understand me from just at a glance? And why not? How much can you perceive and understand me from a conversation to like just like all sorts of things, because I just feel like I have an interesting view of the world.
Yeah, you do. And you're a lovely person as well.
I'm paying you to say that, it's okay.
I'm getting nothing out of this. Speaking of staying motivated, like, what exercises do you use to help yourself stay motivated? Like journaling or making notes?
Journaling, envy is a good one.
Envy. Why envy?
or not envy, but like sometimes I don't talk about my.
It should have been me.
It should have been me! I get really envious. I really do. But then I also am very proud of where I am too, and I think what motivates me the most is just seeing what I don't want to happen. Like, I don't want to make content just because it's trending. I don't want to see my community come for me only when they need comfort. I hate it when I see VTubers who are constantly like comforting their community and then they end up being like a trauma dump VTuber kind of thing, where every chat is like someone be like,
yeah,
and then they're so nice they have to let that happen because like, oh, I'm so sorry.
Yeah, do you think there's like a lot of toxic positivity?
Oh yeah, heck yeah. I think the people who end up being like, oh, just keep going, or I don't know, I just get worried about people's money.
Yeah.
You want a full-time stream, but you're like young and you don't have a retirement plan. I think you're fucked. And so I don't think there's enough conversation like that happening in the VTubing space.
Yeah.
There's just too much of a, oh, keep grinding, you'll make it, you'll make it, you'll make it. And
It's like positive one-liners or something.
a little bit,
But
yeah.
not like more forethought like types of conversations.
I just wish there was more a push for like, if you're gonna do it, get a job.
Well, you get frustrated whenever you see other people giving up on themselves and
Yes!
complaining.
Yes, I do. Especially when they're so fucking talented.
Oh yeah. Where do you think that comes from?
Jealousy.
Yeah?
It's like thinking, oh, if I had your assets, I would be so fucking far ahead of myself, but I have to work so hard to get so little because I'm so fucking, I don't know. I get really like in my own head about this kind of like thing, and then everyone has their own issues and troubles, and you know what they say is like, if you took someone's troubles, you would want yours back, kind of thing. So I try to keep myself like
Yeah.
sane.
You think
but
people in this space need better expectations? Like
expectation management is probably the #1 thing people could benefit the most from here, because like whenever you start streaming, I think some people get into their own head about like, oh, I lost a viewer or two, I must have said something wrong, or I must have caused them to leave. Like, if you understand like people just have different lives, different occupations or whatever, like no one would care about that kind of thing. And that's just all from like understanding like why people come to you, why people come to Twitch in general, like just understanding expectations. Like, yeah.
yeah.
Sorry, I got tired.
Yeah. Let's see. Also, do you think like you'd ever want to be like a talent manager? Like
Yes, I feel like I would be such a good talent manager, and I think I'm a budding analyst for content creators, but I think I'm really good at pushing people at things that they are going to be like. I'm really good at finding what's entertaining.
Yeah.
At least for my own like taste. Like if I'm going to be talent managers because people want to like, they like how I'm entertained, I guess.
Yeah, well, I mean, like you could also like set up people like their connections with like other streamers or like artists and stuff.
Yeah,
And you're really good at managing like those kinds of things, I feel like.
I think it's only because it's myself. I do wonder if it's for someone else, how much more that would take, because I'm
If
just,
you're a fan of them, maybe.
if I'm a fan
If
of
you
them,
like them, then yeah, you'd
that
love
would be a
to.
completely different story. I
Yeah.
don't think I could do it just for anyone though.
What have you learned to become like more resilient as a streamer? I remember there's a time that like there's that negative comment that someone came in with, someone said something
Yeah,
bitch
and
or
it
something,
bothered
and like
me.
he was like horrible.
Yeah.
But like yeah.
I think I would, to be honest, there's so many, but the most recent one has been. I don't want to go with the most recent one. What did I learned a long time ago? Was that not everyone that shows up is going to be someone you'd want in your community, I guess? Like, I think as a small streamer, it's really hard to turn away people even if they give you bad vibes. So learning really quickly, like how to, like, oh, I don't like how this person is like just coming in here and just saying the stupid shit. So like, instantly like ban them, kind of thing. Like, I had a TFT stream where some guy was just shitting on all of my takes, and like wow.
He's
Like,
criticizing you like
yeah.
nonstop.
What really pushed me over the edge was they XD'd over like an augment, and I just
Oh, okay,
silent. Like fuck out of here, man.
That's awesome.
Yeah, but yeah, it's just that kind of like thing. I'm like, you have no good. You are clearly just not good intentioned. So I just have no reason to like keep you around.
Okay, well, you know, you've done really good with your YouTube and stuff. What's next for your content, you think?
I would really like to get my small talk to get back going. I want to have highlights for my small talk. I want to highlight my conversations more because I feel like out of all my skills, I think the most easiest one to digest are my conversations. Because even though I have art streams and a lot of people show up for the art streams, I think they show up because I can talk to them. The streams where I don't talk to people, I feel like, are not going to be the most entertaining, I feel like. I don't know.
Yeah.
No one's gonna watch me for my gameplay.
Yeah, hell no.
You're gonna watch me for my
your reaction to your shitty gameplay. Or your thoughts and stuff. Like your YouTube has like little small bites. Your highlights has done really well.
Yeah.
And you're really good. Like, actually, can you just talk for a second about your clickbait ass fucking thumbnails and titles?
It's so fun. I love thinking about how can I get someone to get really interested, even if it's the most boring topic.
Yeah.
I think my most favorite one was just talking about how I didn't like McDonald's chicken nuggets, and the whole fucking like picture was, this feels illegal.
This feels illegal. Doing adult things.
The adult things one. It was hardly edited, and I was so impressed by its fucking like view count.
Yeah.
I don't even think it was that interesting of a conversation topic, but just I really owe it to being like the title just being like finally doing adult things.
All the different pictures you have too. It's pretty great.
Yay! I love it, especially when you like it, because I feel like it's hard to get you interested.
Usually ask for my feedback on things.
Exactly. I like your feedback. I like
Yeah, if you give me a hearty laugh, it's like, oh, that's a go.
I think so too. I think so too.
It's been like what, a few weeks since you've been doing your YouTube stuff. You were finding like a lot of success with it. You're doing like 3 weeks in a row.
I wouldn't say a lot, but yeah.
I would say a lot of success. You went from having like 14 views on a video to like 200. Like it was like 100, then 200, then like 400 or something. That's crazy. Like it's just.
I feel like anyone could do that. Like genuinely.
Oh,
like
gosh.
I don't want to be that person.
Oh my gosh.
But like the editing everyday thing, I don't know about that one. But like just making a video of themselves, having a clickbait title, like the ones that I didn't, like the adult thing one, I didn't edit. There was no subtitles, and it was just a conversation, right? I feel like everyone can have a good conversation on stream, have that edited, have that clipped, and then just shot out. Like I think anyone could do that genuinely. But the issue is that like if they're willing to, or if they like stream in the
Yeah, so why aren't you willing to anymore? It feeds into your main channel. It can feed into getting viewers and
I want
other
to
things.
focus on small talk. I want to like if I'm gonna. My idea is if I'm gonna focus on small talk, I need to like the highlights I did was very good at teaching me what got people's attention. I think my training arc is done. Now it's time to move on. Like, how can I like make this a little bit more intentional and a little bit more targeted? And
you think it'd be like small talk highlights?
Yeah,
too?
exactly. Or yeah, I'm trying to really push my small talk stuff right now.
And you're also looking to, I don't know how much you talked about this, like do a virtual, what'd you say?
Theater.
Use virtual theater type thing?
My writing, my script has been so hard.
You've been writing a lot.
It's been just in that one day.
Yeah, but that was a lot.
Yeah, it was. I would say
Give
so.
yourself credit more.
I don't think that was worth it, especially because it's hard because anytime I play TFT, I could have been doing that. I just chose to do it that one day.
You did do a step, and everything starts with a step.
Yeah, it's true. It's true. It's just if it weren't for the fact that I've been trying to do this for like over a year, maybe I would be a little bit more proud. It's just a feeling of like, oh, finally I did something now. Like I've kept my actors waiting for me, and I am still writing piss poor scenes about them, and I don't feel like anything is. I can only write things that resonate with me, and I'm writing about people, and I'm not sure if it's gonna resonate with them because I don't know them enough. So I need to spend time with them while also trying to like create a story around us. Like,
It's a hard one.
it's hard, and I avoid thinking about it a lot. I procrastinate a lot. There's a lot of
It would
things
take
going on.
if you wanted to and like incorporate their personality and like their story more. It would involve them a lot more, right? Like with the project, like they would have to like you'd have to ask them like questions all the time.
Yeah, and I do sometimes, but like, I think the best way for me to learn about them is just spend time with them. And the few times I've tried to spend time with them has been met with like, oh, I'm busy and stuff, which is totally reasonable. But for me, it's enough to be like, okay, I just can't. I already asked like this past month. I'll wait for like next month, and it's hard.
So you're sticking to the interview content,
Yes.
and there's some other mystery things that you might be working on as well.
It's not mystery. I try to be open about it because otherwise no one will know about it.
Wait.
This is virtual theater thing.
Oh,
which is my
there's another
lore.
thing as well. Never mind. Maybe it involves podcasts and stuff, or I don't know. We'll see.
Wait, try again?
Maybe it involves podcast or
Oh, I mean, yeah, maybe we don't have to talk
Okay,
about
okay,
it. It's
okay.
a work in progress.
yeah, not sure, not sure. Okay, I see.
That's so cute. Oh, you're so cute.
All right, well, that about wraps up all my questions. I have one bonus question here for it's from Alex, and Alex asked, do you like bugs?
That's so cute. I love bugs. I remember going to this museum and we were talking about taxidermy and where a lot of bugs were being like named actively today, like found by like researchers going down
Is
to
bugs still being discovered?
Yes.
I didn't
You
even
don't
know.
understand. Like, we only know a fraction of the current amount of bugs.
What?
Fraction.
Alex would love to know this.
I think that'd be so fun for him to like grow up one day and be someone like when he started loving bugs. In my head, I'm like, please be a taxidermist. Please be a taxidermist.
Here, he would love to name bugs. You've seen bugs being named?
Yes. Because like when you go down to the biodiversity areas near the equator, they just shoot up. Like the only way you can like be able to identify each unique bug is if you spend your life there. It's hard.
All right. Well, I think that about wraps everything up, and everyone's cheering for you. And thank you for letting me interview you and waiting so long.
Thank you.
I can't wait to see you enjoy and express yourself in many ways that make you feel fulfilled and keep you growing.
I will do my best. You remember when I first started this, and you're like, people who get into this like get really in their own heads. And
Yeah,
stuff.
I'm fucking yelling at you constantly. Make sure that you make sure that. Well, I think you've handled it really well. I feel like I haven't had to like really interfere too much.
Why you?
This is not the Grimmzly small talk.
Because now I have an opportunity. But
What
like,
is it?
when did you like? So did I change your mind at all? Because I know like.
I think you are very mindful of letting it get to your head. But I think like my fears of that happening, I think I somewhat could see it a little bit in the beginning, but I think you've handled it really well, and if anything, it's like helped you express yourself and like build your confidence in a positive way. And I haven't seen you become like someone you're not, or like believe
You didn't
bullshit.
like the Ada era.
Yeah, that was. I don't know. I filter myself here. Yeah.
I'm happy that's out of
I
my
don't want to
life.
get you canceled, but yeah.
I'm really happy that's out of my life.
Yeah, I'm glad with like some of the changes you made for sure. But yeah.
Okay. So, questions now. Questions are open if you guys.
Chat.
But we don't have many, so we can probably end it as soon as we get to the last
Oh yeah,
one.
shout out
so-
Migo.
Thank you guys so much for hanging out with us. But let's see. Hold on.
Wait, yeah.
I feel like just making sure. I'm so worried.
Can I read the question?
Oh sure, please.
All right, let's see. Migo asks. Am I supposed to say who it is?
Sure.
Okay, Migo. Shout out Migo.
Have you found it difficult to find jobs being as you are a gorilla?
Well, you see, my highly evolutionized brain is easy to impress my interview.
And that's a no. Yeah, you're still struggling on that one.
To be honest, I like my job. I like my job right now.
Yeah,
It offers me a lot of freedom, a lot more than I think I've seen with yours.
oh yeah.
So I don't want to take that for granted. I also don't want to take for granted that I can just listen to music all day. I think if I were to find a new job, it would have to be something that just pays more. And can I be picky and be like, can I have like my music? Like if it pays more and it's not something I can like listen to music to, like
Yeah, relaxing and like have cool, like pretty like cool people around you.
I don't know. Even if I had cool people around me, if I couldn't listen to music all day,
Yeah.
I don't know if I'd take that job, even if it paid more.
Yeah, if there's like a, how much more would it need to pay, you think, for you to have no music? It'd be
Fuck
like
my
10,
life.
like at least 10K or something a year.
I don't know.
Alright, there's no,
It's
it's
hard.
priceless.
It's really priceless because I get to ignore people at will. I've never had to say good morning to my team, and I hear them say good morning to each other all the time. And sometimes they'll try to say it to me, and I'm like, I don't want to get this started, so I just ignore them. I don't want to be in that kind of like relationship at work where like I have to say goodbye when I leave, and like I have to say hello when I show up. Like, I hate that. I hate that
Yeah.
pressure. Every day there's this guy that says good morning to me, and it makes me want to fucking die.
I get that feeling whenever I go to the gym.
Yeah.
And then the front desk, I think they're like obliged to always be like, oh, good morning, and then they always say goodbye.
Mm-hmm.
I've gotten used to it, or like it was like, you know.
Don't you hate it?
I kind of like it. I used to hate it, but like I felt like it was good practice, just socializing in that way.
I guess.
And like how calm can I just be? How calm can I be? Like, oh yeah, see you later. Peace out. Have a good one.
Livid. I'm like, fuck.
I have a headset on. It's blaring. You like turned it up on purpose. Just makes...
I actually get so pissed off when I have the headset on and someone still tries to talk to me. Like they'll tap on my shoulder and shit, and I'm like, bitch. What do you think I had these on for? All right.
Well, they probably you're working there. They probably didn't get a hold of you for some reason.
There's no reason for someone to work. Like we have teams. If you need to talk to me, message me.
Dude.
Like legit. I'm serious because like this, I am just
Antisocial.
maybe so. Do you think I'm antisocial?
I don't know. Probably a little bit. I think like you said, like with
Work is
it's-
work. Work is different.
Well, I think it's kind of maybe like what you said with like how you can't really express yourself or talk the way you do like around your family and stuff, and like around people that like aren't your friends. Like you're a pretty awkward lady around people that you aren't close to.
Okay.
I feel like you're like uncomfortable sharing that side of yourself, kind of. You're
I want to
sharing
tell
you.
a story
Yeah.
because it's really telling. Like, there's this lady I work with, and I had fucked up on something, and I said like, oh, I want to die, or like I want to kill myself, and she just looked at me really seriously and goes, Vespy, please don't say that. My cousin killed himself.
Fucking.
And I was like,
Sounds like there's gonna
Okay.
needs to be another suicide, but never mind. I'm sorry.
oh my God.
Alright, I'm sorry.
But I learned real quick that like my humor and my personality is just not something that vibes too well.
Well, do you have any? Sage Nasty asks, do you have any advice for being a professional hater?
Oh yes, don't let them know.
Don't let them know.
Always keep them guessing. No, I hate this. I actually think I'm such a big hater, but I think I've learned to not like invest in any of that. Remember when I told you I used to hate watch people?
Yeah, I don't doubt you probably do that every now and again still.
No,
You tune into like someone that like isn't doing as well or something, and it like make you feel a little bit better.
No. That's a gross mischaracterization. There's a specific VTuber that just started dabbling into the they started like they were someone that I started out streaming with around the same time, and then she
Oh yeah.
and the shit that she was posting, like
She went down. Which rabbit hole did she go down? Vespy, which rabbit hole did she fall down?
I think that's terrible.
Was it a ara rabbit hole?
I just don't think that when your main content is you showing off your like physical being and like that's all you talk about, like your physical body, I think that's just going down the path of finding really parasocial people and then finding a following of very parasocial people is just something that I cannot help but look down on, because it's just such a disingenuous way of how content should be crafted and created. Like, it's so disappointing, and then seeing them like get really big off of that makes me get so upset that I used to like just tune in and be like, oh, how are they doing now? Are they like, have they lost followers yet?
And they have it, and you're like, ah! That's how you hate watching?
Yeah.
So you just like keep watching and be like, oh, what a fucking.
No, like I've since like stopped following their Twitter, and I just don't see them on Twitch anymore. But like I used to just like check in on them and see like, are they still doing that shit? Are they still like, I don't know. Now I'm curious, but I'm not gonna dig into that curiosity anymore. But like what I used to see was like every other post would be the same kind of argument of how they got, like, they're just replicating how they hit virality, and then now they're just, that's just who they are.
Yeah.
And it's like, that's not how I remember you, and that's not how I knew you, and now you're just this completely different like person, and it kills me, and I hate watching it.
Yeah, it's like preying on their downfall.
It's like praying for their downfall.
Yeah.
And I hated that. I was always the worst person for doing that. And now I just fuck off. I'm like my own, like, I don't... Sometimes I still see like previous people talk about them, and in my head, I don't want to defend them, but I just want to tell them like, worry about better things.
Yeah.
You don't need to be talking about this person. But then I also don't want to be like, I don't know, it's hard!
Yeah. Well, it sucks that people get sucked down like those kind of like...
you're giving them engagement by like following along with their journey. Like, please.
Yeah.
If that's the content you want to push, fuck it.
I think it's kind of the problem is that like they really aren't caring too much about like the viewers, and caring too much about like the numbers or whatever, and like they lose the ability to express themselves in the other ways.
Because if they do, then their audience just isn't there with them anymore. Their audience is only there for that one.
And they're always talking about the same thing.
Like, when are you gonna get tired?
Yeah, it's gotta be soul sucking a little bit. So yeah.
It's gotta be, but fuck it. I guess whatever helps pay the bills.
Yeah, hopefully they turn around and. Yeah. Anyways, that's just. I think that's the only question, the last question. So.
Yep, that's good.
I don't want to end it there though. I want to talk about like that. Yeah, it's such a negative note.
I feel like it's. Yeah.
Fuck, I'm just kidding.
Well, I love VTubing so much, and then when I see people use it for reasons that I think are not truly benefiting of the VTuber nature, like in my head, it's like defiling an art that I've like put on a pedestal, and that's that. Like I put it on a pedestal, and that should just be where my faults are. I should not put things on a pedestal. Like, even though I love VTubing,
but you care about it a lot.
I do, but it's not mine. It's not mine to be like gatekeeping of.
Yeah.
So I just should focus on I should just focus on my own expression of VTubing and hope that one day maybe people can see it more than what this other person has done.
Sneak it in there.
One day I'll mature enough to not say that. I'm sorry.
I love your laugh.
Oh,
Gremlin. Everyone's favorite gremlin.
Yes. I wanted to call myself the Crossroads Gremlin once. Like, instead of demon, it's like a gremlin.
Yeah.
But, yeah.
No, that's cute.
Yeah, I don't know. I can't. If I market myself as a gremlin, everyone and their mom is a gremlin.
Yeah, well, you're many things. Gremlin's just part of it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
How much of a percentage do you think it is?
10 maybe.
What's the others?
I don't know. Like you're very thoughtful. So you're like a thinker and like
I'm a philosopher.
Philosopher. To be or not to stream. There's a lot of things you are. Content creator.
What do you think is my strongest content?
Your laugh. I think it's your comedy, honestly. Like you're pretty funny. And
that's not what I would have expected.
Yeah. I think like even like during all your like thoughtful conversations or like reflections on like your highlights and stuff, if there's any point whenever you just bust up laughing, it makes it so much better. Like I don't know, like it's just a great enhancer for everything you do. So like you're just, I don't know, you're funny, lovely
I love
humor.
you. I feel like my humor though is a very. I feel like some people don't get why I'm laughing. I get hit with the question marks a lot.
I mean, I don't know. I guess well, fuck them, but I don't know. I think your laugh and stuff is pretty contagious. I think a lot of people can appreciate, like, even if they don't understand why you're laughing, it's just like, Jesus, like, I don't know. I'm sure a lot of people don't understand why I'm laughing, but like,
Yeah. Man, I gotta think about that more. How can I be more funny? Oh no, stop it! He's pointing at me. Okay. We got 2 more questions. I gotta close these. You guys know too much about me now.
Do you want to keep answering questions or?
We got we have 10 minutes.
10 minutos. All right. The next question is, why are you so small? Why don't you just be bigger?
You go ask
Dummy.
like the same 3 questions in rotation. It's so funny. Next.
Oh yeah, you're very small. Sage Nasty ask, what are your Twitch chatter pet peeves in your chat? Ooh.
This is gonna be canceled.
Ooh, pet peeves.
In my chat?
Yeah.
In my
So
my
like, whenever
chat.
someone, yeah, what's the pet peeve?
Man. Looking in the distance. Fuck. How do I even?
There has to be something that you don't ban people for.
Yeah, like something.
So that means it's something people still do.
You know what? I'm just gonna say it. The short jokes. I don't
Short
think short
jokes.
jokes are funny. I really think they're so cheap, and I think they're only funny when I do it.
Oh my god. You're like that at work too. Like there's a guy at work that always brings up your height.
Yeah, and I call him fat.
That's my lady.
I think when it comes to short jokes, I've heard them all. Like I really have.
Yeah.
And I don't think anyone who says it understands. I guess like, or
How short you are. No, I'm just kidding. I thought you didn't like the short jokes.
that's when you do them.
Ah.
But
Okay. I get a pass.
yeah, you get the short pass. But but for me, I feel like when it comes to short jokes, they're always going to be from such a shallow place. Like that's how I see it. Like you could say anything you want in the world right now, and you're just gonna point out my height. Like in my head, that instantly puts you like at a lower spot in my head. Especially if they do it like that's their only thing they come in to say. Like, man.
Yeah.
I hope that one day though, when they, if the community grows, right? I had to expect the short jokes to keep coming. I hope they get more creative. That's all I hope for.
Yeah. Well, you kind of do embrace the whole small thing. I mean, you literally have a small talk
Like,
and
I
stuff.
don't mind that, but if I'm only going to be like
If you're
commenting on
identif-
short,
Yeah, if someone's only doing that thing, I guess.
yeah, like if that's all I am to you, then I'm like, I've done a disservice making this part of my brand. But I feel like that's definitely one of my most like recognizable traits.
Yeah. Well, I thought you were much taller whenever we first heard you on like voice chat.
Stop!
Like,
That's incredible!
Like I thought you come off so like mature. You sound very mature. Yeah.
You expected a few words.
I see. Yeah. I like.
That's so funny.
I
I'm
don't know.
closer to hell. I'm sorry. That's how they say it.
You have a big personality.
And a big ass.
Don't tell anybody. Stop it. Oh no! What have you done?
Oh god.
Oh, he feels like I just got called out.
He literally made a short joke.
Did he?
See?
Are you a dwarf?
Literally all of my family. That's their main communication with me. I'm calling out my family, okay? Anytime I see them for the first time in like a long time, all they do is just be like, still haven't grown, eh? They'll still even call me like little girl and all that jazz. I'm in my 20s.
Do you think that's why it feeds into like why you can't like take it a little
I'm
bit?
still a little like sensitive to it.
Yeah.
Because yeah, it's hard. It's hard to be only seen for that. Or if that's our only interactions, like I can't tell if you actually like me or not, or if you just really hate short people.
I mean, nothing wrong with that.
Shut the fuck up, man.
Gotta get rid of them all.
Well, I never called you that. Yeah, sure you haven't. Yeah, I can lay it off if it's a peeve, easy. I'm gonna really contradict myself here. I don't think it's enough for me to ask that of my friends to like, I don't know. If that's how you guys want to like interact with me, I can't stop that because it is something I would make fun of. It's like
Still short.
I just you get the short pass, stop it. But I don't know. I hate asking people to do shit like that. Like, oh, can you stop calling me short? I just think that's even sillier because I don't know. I will make fun of you for something for sure. Like, if the only thing you can make fun of me is...
You're saying you can like be poked at about it, but you just don't want people to like just non-stop bring it up.
Yeah, if that's our only interaction, like I can't. I really fucking can't. But thankfully, everyone here has had all sorts of interactions with me. Okay, like I this is a pet peeve, but it's not one I genuinely think is present in my community. I feel like my community.
I feel like you would ban people that only did that.
Yeah, I would.
Yeah.
Anyway, it's hard.
But even if it's not like someone only doing that, it seems like them bringing it up does like mess with you a little bit.
It's yeah.
You just don't like the short jokes.
I just think there's a lot more
Say
better things to make fun of me for.
Okay.
There's just so many more things to make fun of me for.
Feel like your race. No. Other things you can't control. You're a woman.
Okay, next one. Where is the next one?
Is there no one? Alright, I thought he was gonna say like a short thing if it lowers. So Sage Nasty followed up by saying, if it lowers your opinion of us, how many do I need for us to see eye to eye? He is making the short joke.
That was good though. I like that one. I'm trying to think.
I don't know if you can answer that.
I can't. That's a joke. But I want to respond to that because I feel like I just want to. How do I add on to this, man? Whenever people's only interaction with you is like making fun of you, I guess it's really hard for me to see that as like a friendly interaction, right?
Yeah.
Like, but I also can attribute that to just someone being very socially inept.
Yeah, inept.
Yeah, my family, but I still love them, even though that's
A lot of times people are just trying to like you know, they're trying to say something. They're trying to connect.
He's crying. You guys are not socially inept. Maybe foreign, but he has a girl, okay? So I can't call him that inept anymore. Okay, that's a wrap. No more questions. That's good. We're good now, right? I've done my small talk. I'm sorry for the double audio. It could not be helped.
Keith, can I ask you one more question?
Sure.
What's something you love about your family?
Why would you ask that here?
Well, because you said a few negative things, so I wanna. Yeah.
I think my family is the funniest people I've ever met.
They are hilarious.
I think
They have the best laughs.
they have the best life. I think
Great laughs.
growing up, my favorite thing was watching them play games, any game together, because all they would do is shit talk each other and shit on each other, and they would just laugh it off, and it would genuinely be so fun. If I were the point of laughter though, I would go and cry. So it's like double-edged sword.
Yeah, you're a bit of a pussy.
I'm such a pussy. I'm such a pussy. But I'm okay. I've grown up.
Yeah.
Kind
They're
of.
also connected as well.
Yeah. Even to this day, you know, like I'll see them like shitting on each other in a game kind of thing, and it's always it's really fun. I think my family, I love how much fun they are.
Yeah. Okay. Yay!
And I'm glad I can bring that to people. I feel like I'm a little pocket, a little bundle of whatever fun my family has like cultivated.
Yeah.
And then like I just.
Alright, I'm glad that I didn't get. I'm glad that. Yeah.
A question from Fort. What was your first impression of her second older brother?
What's your first impression? Well, that's all we have today. That's the end of this one.
Yeah, come on.
All right, what's my first impression of her
Yeah.
second older brother? That's I'm guessing he's talking about him, right? All right.
You didn't know he was the second oldest?
I can't remember which one is older.
Virox is the eldest.
I see. My first impression, quiet guy, serious as well, and I'm thinking about that time on the porch mostly. Whenever me and you were supposed to like kind of stop talking to each other, type beat. But he was very understanding of you. He was very understanding of the situation, and he seemed very mature. Like talked to your parents about it and
I
things
think
as well.
so too. Very level-headed, I would
Yeah,
say.
very level-headed, and
Fuck you.
yeah. I don't know. I guess that quiet, level-headed.
I
Cool
would
guy.
say I gave like what is it? Virox didn't like when I was talking about my brothers. I was like, oh yeah, they're socially awkward. Virox didn't like that I told you that.
Oh really?
Yeah.
I don't really think that they're socially awkward though.
You don't?
No.
I think they're so
Like
awkward.
he could like this one I can't like say his name. Foreign. He reminds me of my brother. Like just very
You know
quiet
what? That makes a lot of
and
sense.
like yeah speaks whenever like things need to be said.
Even his girl says that he's awkward. Okay.
And Virox is definitely not awkward. He's like he's super like different. Like he's louder and expressive. Maybe I'm thinking mainly when he's drinking, but like no, like they're both very calm. Like you can feel like
Yeah.
there's no awkward tension because like you can feel how calm they are in most situations. You know?
I can see that.
Yeah.
He loves you guys. He loves the family, honestly.
I love the family.
Grimmzly
I
loves
am
my
part of the
family.
family.
Yeah.
I need to put a ring on. I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
You're so cute. Okay. That's a wrap. No more. And with that, I'll probably not have a small talk for a long time. Thank you guys for following along my small talk series. If you guys have, we're up to episode 38. 39 was supposed to happen this month, but I've been very behind on many things. So seriously, thank you guys for showing up today and asking questions and listening to our double audio. Thank you, Grimmzly, for spending so much time on like going through such good questions.
You
Like,
thought they were good?
I thought they were amazing. I loved them all.
It was hard to kind of transition on things and connect things, but
I think I did great.
you did do great, my co-host. Okay.
Oh wait, you didn't even want to host.
But you made me, so
I
I'm
did.
taking the credit of hosting. Even though, like I said, hey, welcome to Small Talk, and then you just started going.
All right, close it out.
Just kidding. My co-host will now close it out.
Bowen has one more. Oh my god. Wait. I would add. Yes.
One more? All right, one more from foreign.
Foreign.
Who decided to cut his hair short?
That was all him.
Yeah, I guess it was me.
That was all him. Why did you?
Why'd I cut my hair?
Because it was long and luscious.
I loved it. I don't know why. I was like, I just don't want to look too homeless anymore, I guess. There was a lot to take care of as well. But like I liked it whenever it was like I put it up in a what's that called? Like a
Bun?
I guess a man bun, but wasn't there something else? It was just like maybe it was just a man bun thing.
It was just.
It
Yeah.
was a giant like ponytail man bun thing.
Yeah.
But yeah, I don't know.
Would you ever
I just
grow
felt like
it
it was
out
time to. Probably not. I don't know.
Short forever.
Right now, I really like how my hair looks and just
I
being
like it
clean
too.
cut. I feel like I get more respect from the older people as well.
Oh, that's so funny.
I feel like it definitely plays better with like getting respect from
I think
your
if you
families,
just
like
shaved
older.
with your long hair, you would have been fine. But you did not shave, and your
Oh,
hair
yeah.
was long, so you looked very homeless.
Yeah, true. Yeah.
Oh my god, if you just shaved with your hair, that's crazy. Anyway.
Maybe one day.
Anyway. Okay. Close out for us, host.
All right. Well, I don't know how you normally close out small talks, but it's been the small talk. Yeah. I mean, I already kind of closed it out earlier, but like everyone's rooting for you, And
How do you know that? Why do you say that?
I think are you gonna keep questioning or are we gonna close this out?
Sorry, I'm just curious because it's like.
Well, everyone's always like anytime you show like any kind of weakness or anytime you show like you're down, people are always like trying to like give you positive affirmations or like they're trying to like ask you questions. They're always like there for you. Like, I don't know. Everyone's always been there for you. And maybe that's part of why they poke at you too. It's like, you're positive all the time, you know? It's like, if someone can take it, it's fun to like, you know, poke at people.
It's
So,
cute. I like that.
yeah.
That makes sense.
Are we done now?
Yeah, we're done now.
All right. Well, I guess this will be on YouTube, huh? Maybe if
Oh, it's on
you're okay
YouTube.
with the double volume.
I don't think I'll. Unfortunately,
Maybe just some
special-
highlights.
I don't know. The audio's gonna sound so
Yeah.
posh.
If the audio sounds too posh, probably not, huh?
And also, your model is fucking freaking out the entire way. But it's a podcast more than anything, so hopefully you guys enjoyed listening. Okay.
All right, you can close it out.
Oh, well, you already did. Okay, goodbye.
All right, bye.
No. We'll go find someone to raid. You want to choose someone to raid?
Yeah, sure. Yeah, I get to choose.
Yeah.
That's cool.
You don't know anyone.
I don't care. I want to pick one.
Okay.
Let's see. Oh, double lift. Hell yeah.
I recommend from this.
Okay, from there.
Yeah.
Just
Just move the mouse.
Do I click or no?
Don't click.
Do not click. What are they playing?
That one's a horror game.
Yeah, we're not going to horror. Ooh, there's something. Ooh. I don't know. Is anybody?
Here, let me give you three
I don't know
options.
any of them.
That's what I.
This sucks. I thought maybe I know one.
I don't know why the subraid isn't working. 1 second.
What do you guys want to watch? You guys want to go do look at some Peak or some Elden Ring? Oh wait, here we go. This sounds fun. All right, we'll do this one.
All right.
The
So
Mafia.
we're gonna go raid into Vika VT. She's someone that recently posted this sick ass video on how to clip automatically on videos. I would love to give her some support. So I hope you guys enjoyed your time here. The sub raid and raid messages. Jesus, why aren't they working? It's okay. I got this. I'll give you guys the raid messages if I can find them.
Also, your family was super welcoming to me. That was like probably the best part about, your fam. They're super welcoming to anyone that is going to be part of the family. Like they immediately treated me like family, and anyone else as well. So that's cool. Sorry. Go ahead.
No, I love that. I really hope that he heard that. We need one without emotes. We'll take that one, I guess. Well, I don't want that one actually. That's kind of aggressive to someone who doesn't know me.
What is it?
The E. Fucking 1 second. All right, this first one.
Oh, I see the flipping the finger off.
Yeah. If I don't know. I'm. What the?
You're having
fuck?
trouble over here.
Shut the fuck up! No, I am not.
You call yourself a streamer?
I'm a streamer. Anyway, here's your first raid message if you are
Oh, that's
a
lovely.
traveler. And this one is if you are a tavern folk. Please use the right one. Okay.
What if you're both?
What if you're both? Well,
You're
you
traveling tavern folk.
I guess then you can just choose which one you like. Vika. Okay.
I like the sunflower.
You didn't ask about the sunflower motif.
Yeah, we're out here in some sunflowers.
Yes, we are.
You know they don't have a scent? I learned that from Samurai Champloo. They're supposed to find a samurai that smells of sunflowers, but apparently, like you find out at the end of the show, like sunflowers don't have a scent.